Okay. Okay, this is not as easy as it seems, guys. We're working hard to make a successful channel. It will happen. We will not be deterred. Now, you know how this starts. Ooh, it's the Jess Show! Okay, we're in black screen today. Long, complicated thing. Okay, today we have a fan. We're gonna call him the Pizza Man because this man owns a pizza shop. Thank you very much for your service, sir. You do very important work. The Pizza Man says, "I really like the King's Indian defense, and I really like it and would like to know more about it." Also, this game here is 81% accuracy according to chess.com. So what do you think of all of that? Well, here's what I think of all of that. That accuracy rating is so stupid, and you cannot learn how to play chess by looking at that engine evaluation. You will get nowhere. Okay, so let's look at this. We have the game. Let's pull it. So let's just look at the game. First of all, this is the white pieces. This is more like a Reti opening, or technically a Reti opening. And let's just look at the game. This is a newer player. He's rated around 800 and something. He's a beginner, you know, just discovering the King's Indian for the first time. And he's looking at some good advice. So we're just going to look at this game. He won this game. His opponent blundered horribly like that, but that's okay. And we go here and da-da-da-da, and then there, and then they go there, and then that, and that's checkmate. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I have a few things to say here. Let's see. Yo, you gotta know. So first of all, they always play this move combined. Like this is you have to take some type of the center, you know. And if they go there, the typical reaction is to go back here. You know, and keep some control of that. If you don't move any center pawns at all, you do run the risk of being run off the board, kind of like this happened here. So, let me just check here. Okay, another thing to mention, this is not the same thing for white and black. Now, I've been following your games for a little bit, and I think maybe you might like this for white, but it is not the same. In this game, you're lucky. Like here, black has committed the center pawns, and you might get placed similar to a King's Indian defense. But they don't have to do that. Now, when you play black, white has already committed the move pawn to d4, pawn to c4, etc. So when you're playing g6 and bishop g7, it's actually very sharp and attacking. But with white, when you have the white pieces, you cannot guarantee that they're going to be as helpful as they were in this game. You may get positional games kind of a little more boring and a little more solid. I think you might actually like this. My own preference, as we all know, I like e4 because it's just so... Do I have to go into analyze mode? No, I like e4. It's very straightforward. It's right in the gut. It's a punch right in the gut. That's my style, okay? If you like the g6 stuff and the g3 stuff, and if you want to be a little more positional, a little more subtle, like a little more subtlety in your game, fine. Okay, but it is different for white and black. Now, the first thing is this makes a lot of sense. We do not play this combined with this move because you've created a lot of white square weaknesses. White square weaknesses here and here and here and here. If this bishop leave the board, then you would have a complex of weak white squares. And what does that mean? These weak squares can be like a highway for your enemy pieces to come in and do very bad things to you. So we don't... Oh, that's... Hold on. So this formation is not good. This formation is good. And then usually this is combined later. You're going to have to counter thrust in the center at some point. You cannot just sit back the whole game. E5 is possible on the black side. The Reti players, they like to do this. And it does have a lot of light square control, and you have control over the diagonal, and there's a lot of fun stuff to play with here. If you like it, then fine. See what happens here? He just rolls over you. By the way, there's two types of mistakes in the games. Most of these are mistakes due to a lack of knowledge, like you don't know everything about chess. If it's something you didn't know, you can't really get mad at yourself. It wasn't your fault, you just didn't know. Next time you know. So, okay, Ugh. See how your pieces are, yeah, see, he's pushing you around a little bit here. Do that. Okay, now this is an error in performance because you could have taken this pawn. And this was a 30-minute game, probably was enough to see that. And we can correct errors in performance can be corrected by doing certain drills or certain things, tighten up your thinking. But errors in knowledge, well, then you just have to learn stuff. So, okay, well, you should have taken the pawn, went back here, Okay, and there we have, remember what we talked about? I think you were eyeing this. I think you were trying to make a plan to maybe win this. It's just the pieces are very... And, okay. This... Do you want to trade queens? Honestly, it really depends. You know, black is very undeveloped. You see how they're wasting all this time. Why did they go... This is a really bad move for black. Moving pieces twice in the opening and not... The purpose of the opening is to get your pieces out and your formation, all of the pieces out. This was a really bad move for black. And then if you trade queens for them, which they declined it. But if they have taken queens, this eases a lot of their pressure because they really have pawns in the back rank. Would you consider doing this way? I like this open file, and with the king stuck in the center for some time, maybe that was the better way. I don't know, and no, we don't do this way. We generally do this way. But anyway, let's look at the game. Yeah, winning a pawn, and plus it's a key central pawn. Your central control is going to be rocking now, and I like this little idea you made. Okay, it's not perfect, but it does make a threat, which they didn't see. That's a terrible move. This person is a fish. Like, nice move, fish. All right, so there. Good. Bad. Okay, you know the difference? If you're going to win a piece like this, it's hard to argue with. Dude, you are already winning the game. You're up a piece. The only way you can lose this game is if they can counterattack you, if you can blunder something back to them. Now, you're, okay, in this position, I don't care what the computer says. Just as a general rule, do you really want an open file coming at your king? They probably have to do this, right? See, I got a star. You see that? So, hold on. Okay, good. Later on, this open file might really come to bite you. You know, there's no need to continue to grade. You know what you need to be doing? Getting your pieces out. This is what you need to be doing. Maybe, maybe even this. This is a nice move. And then if, you're threatening to take this, then you're going to go bomb, and then you get your pieces out. Once everything is mobilized, your game will be a lot stronger, and you're already up a piece. You already won this game. Just consolidate yourself. And have we talked about why... let's just say they do this. Oh, it's too bad. We didn't have a chance to... Look at this. Do you know how strong this is? Do you see this dark square bishop right here, sir? This is an unopposed bishop. This bishop is unopposed. Maybe it will go here and have super influence on this diagonal. And the other side doesn't have their dark square bishop to oppose you. This becomes a monster. Maybe the plan of rook d8 followed by might be a very good idea. Okay, anyway... Right, so instead of grabbing this, get your pieces out. All right, so And the engine is saying, this is why you don't listen to the engine, okay? The engine is telling you to take this. The engine is basing that on brute force calculation that may be 6, 7, 10 moves deep. Something that is beyond human ability. You can't calculate like that. So it is just suicide. The engine is suggesting that you take this. Ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. You would not open up your king. You would consolidate your pieces. I like that though. That's a good idea. Again, when you move things around your king, you're already up a piece, and the only way your opponent can beat you is if you open up your king and give them a chance to counterattack. What if he comes in here? What are you going to do? This is rough stuff, man. This is really rough. You'd be very surprised. So instead of that, what do we do? How about get your pieces out? This is a nice fork. You have everything you had before, plus you get it with a fork. So, I mean, get your pieces out, get consolidated. Okay. Okay. Might as well bring up again. Pawn moves like this are bad for two reasons. Number one, you're wasting time that should be spent getting pieces out with moves like this. Number two, you're creating more weaknesses in your position. See, they gave you a question mark. Something like this, man. Anything. I mean, even not this move, but maybe in a future move soon enough. Yeah, you're just creating weaknesses and wasting time. So don't make moves like that. And you shouldn't have made moves like this either. But anyway, we're not trying to be mean to you. I mean, this is just, oh, this guy's a fish. Look at this fish. He forgot that he thought it was a queen trade, but this is check, so you don't get, and then, move out of the way. They're giving you a check mark. I disagree. What if they do this? What if they do this? What do you have? How do you prevent this from being taken? I don't even see how, or at least I'm not sure. Yeah. See, you can't listen to the engine. The engines are calculating 8 moves, 10 moves ahead in a brute force algorithm. The computer... Oh, that was a nice move by you there. The computer... is seeing millions of positions in several seconds. Can you do that? No. Can I do that? No. So let's not take the computer evaluation as Bible and let's use human moves and not computer moves. Well, I mean, if your opponent is terrible and loses pieces like this, then of course you're going to win. And hey, I like the way you finished the game, though. Nice little checkmate. But you see what I mean? Here's what I'm going to say for you. Number one, what are the key takeaways from this game? Number one, make some kind of a... Well, let's see. Actually... Yeah, make some kind of a presence in the center. You don't just want to get completely rolled over. You might even be able... We're going to look at another game of yours, and we'll see how you do this type of maneuver. Maybe we'll look at this maneuver, too. Yeah, you need some kind of presence in the center. You don't just want to get rolled over. That's the first thing. And see, now you got pieces all over and everything's not in harmony and blah, 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 blah. Second thing, we generally don't play this move. We generally do it like this, in this type of an opening. Combined with maybe a C4 is the way they do this for white, when you play the white side of this. Don't trade queens when your opponent is so undeveloped and has problems. He's got a stupid wayward piece over here, and he's got... Yeah, maybe that was good. I don't know, but in general... Yeah, you don't want to be trading queens. And this moron doesn't even trade this. And the third thing was you want to consolidate your position and get your pieces ready before we start going on these crazy adventures. I'm even a little bit critical of this idea. Because why not just go here, get your pieces here. Let's just make some moves. I don't know. You know me and my dummy moves. And When you have a formation like this, and maybe we'll go here too. When your pieces are in harmony, they're developed, you're going to have much stronger positions. I'm serious, man. I wouldn't lie to you. Come on now. I wouldn't lie to you. And then... Pawn grabbing, consolidate your position. You already have an extra piece, and the only way you can lose this game is if you blunder and give them a chance to attack you. So moves like this, we agree. Moves like, yeah, well, winning the queen. Yeah, so that's all we have to say about this game. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, and what else do we have to say? What is our last thing? I guess let's wrap it up, huh? Whoa, it's the chess show.